and just got back from doing about, I think 30, let's see, I don't know, I think like 35 miles. Wow, trails are just perfect, just awesome. Weather's awesome, sun out, clear skies. Get a little sawing out of that snow powder. But yeah, we just did, okay, so 31.8. So all the red is what I did. Just checking some stuff out. This trail heading over here towards Seney is beautiful. This one up to Grand Marais is perfect. And then I shot over up towards Paradise too. I just want to check. I want to see how each one was. So either way we go, it's gonna be ideal. Crazy dog, Loki. Rah! What's up there? Ah! But yeah, so I think I got about 1,200 miles on it now. I changed the chain case, the chain lube, and that was pretty dirty. Just changed that before we came up. What else did we do? You know, adjusted the track and the obviously the belt deflection. Always making sure that's right where it needs to be. Other than that, it's been a great machine. I got no complaints. Any complaints I would have are very small. A lot of guys are talking about the snow dust. I am getting that in here. Only when I'm riding with a group of people and I'm not leading. I have the liner. So it's either coming in from up here where the seal isn't. You know, I'm not really sure. Whatever. It's not a huge deal to me anyway. The headlight. See, people are complaining about this condensation. Got a little bit there. And you can see it here. When I parked my sled, there was none. So when you're riding it, there is none. It has no effect on your light. At least on mine. I've checked several times riding at night. Stopped on the trail, took a look at it. There's no condensation. So I'm not concerned about it. I'm not gonna start a complaint on a forum somewhere about the headlights, because it's really a non-issue to me. For the hassle it would be to take it in for warranty to try and get a headlight and then have someone hacking and whacking on my sled, I'm all set with that. So what else we got? Yeah, you know, it's just been a great sled. I have no issues with my seat popping off. Quarter turn, slides right off. Plastic looks good. I got the bag, the liner in there. I mean, this is how hard it is to put it on. You make sure it's in. That's it. And then that's it. Never had an issue. I ride the dog shit out of this sled. They're like, oh, it only falls off when you're riding it hard. Negative. I ride this sled as hard, hard as I can, and that seat doesn't budge. So they're just not putting it on correctly, or it's coming from the factory. They're jamming it on, and it's only going in one side. It's tweaking the plastic. They're forcing it on, so it's only being clipped in one side. It's only catching it on one side. So just take that extra second to make sure it's in properly. I don't have a problem with the seat being slippery. I love the seat, absolutely love it. Can slide around real nice and easy. I guess if you're a person who likes to just sit on this sled like a lazy boy, which there's nothing wrong with that, it's just not my style of riding. Maybe it would be slippery. Again, that's I think they nailed it with that. What else did we do? I did shim the skis. I did not have a handling issue. I did, however, have uneven wear in my carbide. It was wearing in the front, and I could tell the front of the ski was getting worn a little bit. I put about a 1/4 inch, maybe a little less, shims in the back sides, and didn't really affect handling to me, but it is wearing a little better. I think it could actually be shimmed a little more to get that wear pattern even better, but I'm good for now. Maybe I'll mess with that in the off season. Don't really. I think the sled's warmer. Some guys are saying that it's colder than the Axis. I don't believe it is. I come from a 2020 XCR 850 that didn't have a windshield. That was a cold sled. One, because it didn't have a windshield, but two, my legs were always cold. Not cold uncomfortably, but I dress properly, so when you start moving around on the sled, riding it hard, you warm up obviously, but if I just want to sit on this sled and putz around the trail at 50 miles an hour all day without moving on the seat, I will not get cold. There's an immediate difference, and it's noticeable as far as wind deflection from the body panels and the windshield. Hand warmers are awesome. You don't even need to really say much more about it. I keep them on low. Last time we were up, it was like -12. I put it on medium, and then for 1 second my hands got really cold. I put it on high, warmed my hands right up, went right back down to medium, and I was good to go for all night. 7S gauge, awesome, no complaints there, works as should. I had it do some weird thing twice where it was like spinning around the GPS. It was snowing that day, so someone had mentioned to me to lock the screen, because sometimes it'll do some funky things like that. I shut it off, turned it on, locked the screen. It's been fine ever since. So whenever it's cold or snowing, I just lock the touch screen and just use the other controls. Come on, let's go inside. I'm getting cold feet. Get in there. But I don't know if I touched on the headlight as far as the light itself. There's been a lot of talk about it. I stand by that this light shoots more light further down the trail, and that's what I want. I ride fast, and I like to ride at night so I can see people coming. And low beam, I will say, kind of sucks. I'm usually always on high beam, but it is a narrow I guess, beam of light, but it's dead down the trail pretty far. I can't outrun the light. I could on my axis. I cannot on this one. And I've tried. So I also, it's just a weird light. It's not that crystal clear, bright LED light that everyone's accustomed to. It's a little more of the yellowish tint. So I could see where people think it's not as bright per se. It's just, I guess it's not as clear. Strange. Cast different shadows for sure. I don't think it's way better than the Access light. I don't think it's worse. I just like that it travels further. It took me a long time to, I had to go in, I think it was like 7 turns, 6 or 7 full turns. It was way off. And then the adjusters, okay, here's a complaint. The adjuster for the light's a piece of shit. Because I could barely turn it by hand, and then it got to a point where I couldn't. Then I had to use channel locks, and I could tell that the knob is loose on the, I guess, the shaft or whatever. It's probably splines that it slides onto, and there's a screw that holds it on. It's sloppy in there now. It's only a matter of time where I turn that knob and it just spins on there. Then I'll have to just take the knob off and use channel locks or something on the shaft itself, which that's kind of dumb. I shouldn't have to adjust it anymore now that I got it where I want it. The one thing though, so with that narrow beam of light that shoots down the trail, when you're riding hard and you're coming out of the corners and you're getting that transfer and your skis are coming up off the ground, that's, then you can't really see it on the trail, obviously, because you're pointing at the trees, so you can't see down the trail. But when it comes down, you got that beam. So I guess it all matters on how you have your sled set up. Do you have it to stay planted? You're probably going to have a better field of view more often. Then I like to keep mine to bite when I want it to, but to stay loose enough where I can pull a wheelie. So when I come out of a corner and goose it, I am kind of missing that first few seconds of light down the trail. I think there's improvement to be had with it. I wouldn't say they need to go change it, but I think there is some improvement to be had with it. Is it a deal breaker for me? Absolutely not. It's been a great sled. I'm very happy. Probably keep this one another year. It's got lots of power, right where I need it. Just does everything I want. And it's enough talky. Time to go riding. I'm gonna make a sandwich and then probably go for another ride, and then when I get back, maybe my brother will be here. I'm sure we'll do a long night ride. Let's go look at the snow. So much snow we got. It's packed down now, so it'd be hard to get a real good, but that's how deep it is. This is untouched. Lots of snow here. It's been super cold, so the trails are like really, really hard and set up. And now that the sun's out, and it's gonna stay just below freezing, like 27 for the next 2 days. So it'll be great for riding. As long as the snow doesn't get soft on us, we'll be good. All right. Talk to you guys in a little bit.